So I started here about 3 months ago, and the first thing to get up and running was this thing. So it had been sitting for a while and it hadn't been feeding correctly. Problem was, as soon as we were getting up to here with glass, it was consistently smashing glass. Not kidding, 1 in 10. Found out that the coupler back here had gone out and it exploded. So we replaced it with a 3D printed one because you told us we can get you one within a week. And then after the weekend, you told us it's going to take 3 to 4 weeks, and it ended up taking 5 to 6 weeks. We could have been down for a month if we had to wait for you. So we printed a part and then we kept running it. It wasn't perfect though. We kept smashing glass. Up here, you have this part that we've replaced with a design of our own. And the reason for that is the threaded inserts that you guys put inside the block come out over time. As this vibrates, those posts get loose, so you tighten down the screw. Well, you guys have an insert, like a heat insert, that was dropped into this Play-Doh-like plastic, and anytime you tighten it in, it pulls the threading out. And eventually it gets so bad that this thing starts to slip down no matter what you do. Glass comes in here, gets snagged because this is cockeyed, you have a glass explosion. And then you're down for 10 minutes as you're cleaning it. Back over here, these jaws gave out within about 200,000 units. Not to mention the seal at the bottom of this arm, we've also had to 3D print and replace. These jaws are printed, and they've worked ever since we've replaced the parts. I don't know what the lead time would be, because by the time that started screwing up, we learned not to call you for parts, because we weren't getting anything for a month at a time. Don't get me started about the label machine. The low end of where you can adjust this has this plate crashing into this area. Who thought that was all right? I mean, this is the solution to just kind of jam it up? Makes no sense. Or how this reject arm, very frequently, enough so that we just disable it and running, but when it rejects something, it'll frequently catch this belt underneath with this metal piece and jam up the whole machine. And then it takes 10 minutes to fix that. Have made no adjustments to this bottle flipper, but that actuator keeps crashing into the star wheel guard. This little plastic piece that we put on the bottom prevents the glass from exploding as soon as it comes into this rail, because these two pieces don't do anything. We haven't even started with this thing, but this little alignment guide back here comes out of alignment every time we run it, and then we have to take this top part off, get it back in line, and then maybe it makes it another 200 to 300 before it starts feeding backwards tubes again. We haven't even quoted parts for that. And then, of course, there's this stupid, which frequently jams up with tubes, which means we have to have somebody sitting here to make sure this doesn't jam up. It's another responsibility for our filling operator. And all the while he's working right here, these tubes are flying out and hitting him in the head. There's no guard that catches the tubes from flying straight out into the production floor and scaring everybody. So we spent a good half a day trying to fire this thing up. Turns out you ship this with a ribbon that only prints on like paper labels. We're a contract rolling facility. It's why we would do something like buy this machine. And you're sending it with a ribbon that doesn't print on like 90% of the labels that we use. Won't print on this, won't print on our house brand. None of this makes sense. I forgot to mention the duct tape. This bad boy keeps spinning itself off of the housing. It's crashed twice now, where this whole unit just falls off in the middle of production. Now it's part of our SOP to keep an eye on this line to make sure it doesn't unscrew under its own inertia. This piece of duct tape fixes it, but I'm not joking, guys. It is duct tape, rubber bands, zip ties, and 3D printed parts that are making this thing work. So for those counting at home, that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 5.5. 5.5 pieces that we've had to spend time, design, print, implement to keep uptime on this thing. I thought this thing was supposed to get us ahead, but instead it's just giving us downtime headaches. Also, in certain conditions, this e-stop will shut the machine off, but you can have this door open and this will run. It's not supposed to. You have one of these sensors, and we still have this one on. You take it off, this will still run. That's dangerous as shit. I mean, don't get me wrong, all of this shiny metal is fun to look at, and it makes a lot of noise when it's running, but 2 of these people can outdo this machine in a day. And it takes 2 people to run this machine. So what are we doing?